back again with another World of Tanks replay for what I'm calling World of Tanks AA. And you'll see it start over a couple of times as I'm trying to figure out the replay keys here. One thing I could tell you is I'm not going to be doing these that often because I'm not a great player. And again, I just love playing the game. I just don't want to be known for being a World of Tanks reviewer, I guess, or streamer or let's play person, because I really think that there's other people that do it much better. What I do is I take certain ones every now and then that I either say I could have learned something from this failure, or wow, that was a really good game and how did I get there? That's what I'm doing these for. It's pretty much to debrief myself on what happened in the game. So here I am in one of my most played, least favorite tanks. It's a T-25-2 tank destroyer, American tank destroyer. I think it's a tier 7. You start off with a pretty much less capable tank than the one before it. The one that leads up to this is the Hellcat, which is by far one of my favorite tank destroyers in the game. Really fast, really stealthy, and with a little bit of punch for the different matches it's able to get in. But here we are in a T-25-2, which has slower traverse. It has a slower engine, I guess, less horsepower. Maybe it's heavier, and that's what makes it a slower tank. Less mobile, that's what I want to say. It was a much less mobile tank. This is one of my, not my favorite, but this is a map I generally do well on. And I generally come down in this area and try to just defend the base. And as I'm doing it here jumps in, I think it was an E-25 that thinks he's going to come and scout us and thinks he's all stealthy and everything, and we just take him out. I should say I take him out. I'm looking around, I see a guy up here, and this is still one of those games that I probably just got really lucky. It's not one of the games that I believe I did well because of skill. Though I did do some things very well. I kept myself held down, waited for them to move, in the beginning at least. In the end, you'll see why I'm playing this one. Ooh, moved just in time there. See, I lose some health. And when you're in a soft tank destroyer like the T-25, you don't want to trade your health with other tanks because it could be a very miserable day for you. In fact, I think I'm only like 45% in this tank. Pulling back, there's a Jag Panther, and he just, I don't understand. There's just too many people not doing what they're supposed to be doing in this game on the other side. I mean, he rammed me. I mean, that was not a good idea. I could see a heavy tank doing that, but that was just not good. So here I am with 2 or 3 kills already. Pretty good going on so far. So yes, I have 3 kills. So here's a whole bunch of cover that's already built for me. You know, thank you for dying over here and giving me something to hide behind. Alright. There is no shot on that KV-1. But I have all these other guys. Ooh, I actually did have a shot. Look at that. But this guy over here, another guy, suicidal, right? Comes right out, bang. Save that poor dude down there, right? And then the KV-1 does a dive. And I don't know what I was shooting at. There's a rock between him and me, and I'm... Ooh, there we go. Took off a couple hundred hit points. And I think I bounced this one because I'm hitting him in the track. Nope, I got through. So this is a 90mm gun. This is totally decked out. I think I actually unlocked the T-28 prototype. I just don't have the credits to buy it yet. So we're up 10-8. And here's where things get a little interesting. I've got 5 kills all of a sudden. Whoa. What am I doing with 5 kills? It's not usual for me to be in this kill range. Usually I have 2 or 3 and then do something stupid and die. So let's just attribute most of these so far to the other team just being a little bit more mediocre than I was. So here I am trying to see if I can get somebody to poke their head out. And then all of a sudden I realize this other guy is going to start booking down. And I figure if he goes and takes off in front of me, he's got a lot of armor. Maybe someone's going to shoot him. So I'm just trying to take a look around here and see what's going on. And then I think the Sherman goes in just a couple of seconds. So I am in cover, trying to get my binoculars to work over here. There's nobody in front of me. But in actuality, there is I think a Jagdpanzer and a Jackson down there. And of all things, the Su-122 is going out there to take a look at this for us. Alright. So I should be okay, because I think they're going to see him first, right? At least that's what I'm telling myself as I'm rushing down here. So there's the Jackson, which becomes very important in a little bit. He's got some nice cover. Okay, let's see. I'm giving too much of my tank over here to him to shoot at. So I'm going to try to use this cover and let the M4A2, the Super Sherman, I guess you call it, much more hull armor on the E2 than on the EZ8. I know that because I've had a couple of them come after me and I bounced them. So there's the next victim, I believe. Sherman's taking care of him and I get him. Oh, Top Gun. Pretty good. Like I said, the other team just had some players that played a little bit more mediocre than I did. So lucky. Now comes the reason why I'm playing this. I gotta remind myself, patience. Patience is a virtue. So I get a shot into him. I probably should have sat right over here and just started rocking back and forth and waited for him to come out, or let the E2 go up with the better armor. But what I did is I get impatient and I rush around the side over here, and I'm saying, you know what, I could live through this. I get tracked. Nope, I just got hit, and then I get a shot in, and then he kills me. Oh my god, what was I thinking? We could have ended this game so much sooner if it wasn't for that. So I'm just going to skip ahead to the last few seconds of the game to show you how it ended. It seems like my stupid move was contagious, and a couple of other people followed suit with jumping right after some of the other tanks, driving pretty much right into the front of the firing arc of this particular artillery. So what we have here is the 122 is dancing, and you can see I'm still typing and saying, just hold them there, pin them there, and let Artie move up and take a shot. And this is exactly what's going to happen. So the 122 just keeps him there and doesn't try to round the corner, because if he rounds the corner, it's just Artie versus Artie, and it's going to be whoever sees who first. So as long as the 122 could keep this guy pinned, right, the Artie can move up and take him out. And you're going to see, there it is, keep him pinned. And the Artie's going to say, affirmative, you know, I'm coming up. And then, let's take a look and see what's going on here. He's kind of close to the rock, so Artie's going to need a really good shot. So he's going to have to reposition to a particular area that's going to make it easier for him to hit. So you just saw him off there to the back, right? And he gets him. And that's the end. I'm kind of sad that this is the way I got a Top Gun, but I did have quite a few kills, but they were all people that were not playing the game well. Kind of like I play the game most of the time. So let's take a look at the recap real quick. So that netted me 4,500 XP, but do understand this was a 3X week. Got a first class badge and Top Gun. And I can't believe that this is something that I was able to obtain in this tank, because I really don't like the T-25-2. Let's take a look at a match in a tank I do like. Okay, here we are in Lakeville in my Rma II. Now the Ram II is a premium tank, one of the tanks I bought early on when I started playing the game and just didn't like. And then somebody explained it to me. It's a medium tank, which I said, yeah, and you go and shoot things. I don't like it, small gun. He's like, no, it's got a very punchy gun. Not only does it have a punchy gun, but it's got a punchy gun that's very accurate, and you can actually use it with auto aiming. And I said, you don't auto aim, nothing ever hits when you auto aim. And he said, try it. So this is one of those matches. I said, all right, I'll go out and I'll try it, and I see how I'll see how I like it. I like the Ram. I think it's a cool looking tank. It kind of reminds me of a tank destroyer in some ways, in that it's really fast and it's got good penetration, which I never expected. But its alpha damage is very low. As you see there, it's closely matched, and XVM doesn't always get it right. I've been in a couple of matches where we had a 29% chance to win and we won handily, so don't believe things that XVM says. It might be true most of the time, but I think what it does is when you look at those stats early on, you just give up if you're looking at 29%, and I don't like to do that. So this is kind of a suicide run. Stupidity, yes, but I looked at the other tanks that were on there and I saw they didn't have a lot of speed, so I went up and then I backed up. I said, alright, I just wanted to see if anyone was there. Nope, let me get into my hiding spot, which keeps me hull down and able to fire at anybody coming over the ridge. And let's try out this stupid auto aim, which I'll probably never do again, because I got it on and then for some reason I found a cut in my mouse cable from my cat. I couldn't get auto aim to turn off after a while. It just kept on going back on. And I think auto aim is stupid. I think you really need to be precise in where you aim, and auto aim, all it does is aim at the center of the tank, and that's not always good. It's the first time I turn auto aim on. This T-25 does a suicide run. Idiot. You're in a T-25. Don't do this. So everybody just let me take him out. That was very nice of them. Already in 300 plus damage. And you can see the tanks start to melt away at first, and we have pretty much a whole tank platoon over here coming at us. And no one's platooned, I don't believe, but they're just coming at us. And there is when I start trying to pop off my auto aim, and it kept on going on. Auto aim on, auto aim on. Alright, so I pretty much hold down this corner right here and trade shots with this Hetzer, which is finally blown up by this wonderful Matilda over here. And my best friend over here is going to be this it's going to be the PZ-4H, which is another one of my favorite tanks. I call it my one-shot wonder. Ooh, that's one of my first hits. I've lost a gunner and a radio man in that one. I do get my rear end kicked in this one. But what I liked about it is it gave me a lot of credits because it's a premium tank, and I got to get some extra XP for my crew, which I'm trying to get through that first crew skill. Alright, so I'm still playing with this stupid auto aim and it won't come off no matter how many times I hit the button. Alright, this Hetzer is starting to piss me off. I do get a couple of shots into him. When I finally, and you're going to see it in a couple of seconds, I finally get it to go off right here. Auto aim, finally get it off. Finally. And I land a shot right where I'm supposed to. And then I tried to track him, but I got the, there I go. Told you, my best friend, PZ-4H. I know where to hit him because that's where people hit me. Right in that turret ring. Not the turret ring, sorry, that's right in the commander's hatch. Ooh. And now I've got like one living crew member doing everything. So I've got to bring somebody back to life, right? So I'm going to bring my commander back to life because that's important. But I don't have a gunner, don't have a loader, don't have a radio man. I was kind of stupid in this one. Taking a look at where I was hit, right in the cheek of the turret up there, right in the mantle. Whoa. Wow. And right in the side of the turret in the back. Just stupidity. But sometimes stupidity can win out. So we've got the team on the run now. We've been able to encircle them. We held them down here, me and my friend the Matilda over here to my left. And of course, here's a T1 heavy tank. And the Matilda is going to let me take him out because guess what? Do you notice anything funny about this tank? This guy rage quit. I didn't see what he said in text, in chat, and I forgot to look for it here. But, oh my god, he just said, you know what, screw this shit. And he jumped out. And here I am, just trying to hit him. And of course, I miss a couple of times because I don't have full crew skills at this point. Matilda was so nice to let me have this kill. And that was the 15th. So let's take a look and see if I got anything good for this match. This is why I like playing with the premium tanks, because I made a boatload of cash on that one for tier 5 at 53,472. I got 2,918 XP. That's not my most, but there it is again, high caliber. I'm not used to getting high caliber, especially in a RAM. I want to take a little bit of a look at some of the other parts of the report. Alright, so most of our team was victorious in surviving, but none of them came close to the damage I did, which is kind of weird since we had a KV-1 and a Churchill on the team. I guess they were spreading out the damage amongst themselves. But when we look at the other team, you can tell that it was probably another case, as it was in the first match, of me just being a little bit less mediocre than the other people on the team. This is usually the case when I have really good games. I'm continuing to play this game. Right now I am trying to level up the French heavy tanks. And what I'm finding is that when you play one tank over and over and over and over and over again, you get bored with it at first, but then after a while you realize you know how to play the tank and things get a little bit better. Like I said, I probably won't put up a lot of videos on World of Tanks, probably just about 1, possibly 2 a week at most, but it will be under really extreme circumstances of having either a very good game or something just really ticking me off. With that said, you all have a great week, and I will talk to you soon.